Look, I always enjoy these NXT reviews. I was getting ready to come in here and start jamming to bask in my glory. But let's be 100% real. It's 3 o'clock in the morning, so it was almost 10 after 3 in the morning. I'm super tired, but I was up because I'm on a little bit of a caffeine rush because I drank a couple things of Coke tonight while watching Survivor. So that's the reason why I'm still up doing this live review. What's going on, guys? This is the Club of the Man 3 here for my very brief and late night review of this week's episode of NXT, the May 15th, 2019 edition of NXT that took place at Full Sail University, as always. And overall, that was a good show. I mean, it wasn't the strongest. It was better than just solid. It was a good show. We had 2 matches made official for NXT Takeover 25. And one of them, pretty obviously was going to be happening after a while, even though I thought it was going to be something different. But I guess the match I thought we were going to get at TakeOver 25 may not be happening, I guess, till TakeOver Toronto 2, I'm assuming. And one that, I'm for, but at the same time, I feel there should be something a little bit more to it. But of course, we'll get to that in a little bit. We also had a move made tonight that, kind of didn't surprise me, but definitely sets me wondering what's going to happen, because obviously my pick for this match in my takeover card is not going to happen, and another match also is not going to happen for my takeover card predictions because of something it was revealed to me I saw on Twitter by Deluxe Man, and it was also of course mentioned in during the tapings tonight, but we'll get to that shortly. Again, I'm going to kind of just brush through this again. It's late and I'm tired, but so we started off first off. It was announced over this weekend and made official tonight that Percy Watson has decided to resign from his position as announcer in WWE, as he is moving on to pursue an acting career. So, best wishes to Percy. But replacing Percy Watson is Beth Phoenix, which is a great move for sure. I've always appreciated Beth's commentary when she's done guest commentary, whatnot here and there, and getting an opportunity to be a full-time not comedian, be on full-time commentary for sure is great. We already had Renee Young give a spot, which, a lot of people give her great gripe, but once again, I would want to give her more of a chance, and most of these commentators a little more of a chance because, once again, they have Vince in their ears, but these guys have Triple H in their ears, and, I'm sure they're able to have a lot more fun with it than it is. So best of luck to Beth Phoenix. I'm glad, you're on board. So we open up with the NXT Tag Team Champions, the Viking Raiders, not War Raiders, the Viking Raiders. They came out and they talk about raiding Raw and brutalizing the tag team division there. But since they have the tag title belts, they need to talk some business with Regal. Out came Regal, and they tell them that since they know no one can take these titles from them, they want to relinquish them. They go to hand the belts, but before Regal can say anything, out came the Street Profits, who Ford says he's having trouble hearing because he thinks they said no one. But a few weeks ago, the Street Profits brought the fight to them, which is true. They did. Of course, they joke about the name changes. And then, Eric and Ivar grab the belts and tell them, make the match. And Regal makes the main event, a tag title match between the Street Profits and the Viking Raiders. We then also have a repeat of what happened. What happened in last week's main event between Adam Cole and Matt Riddle, where Roderick Strong costed Adam Cole a match again. There was an argument outside between Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly that they were just trying to, break them up. But then, of course, there was an interview from this week where Kathy Kelly, who apparently I found this week, I think I heard rumors is dating the Velveteen Dream now. Interesting. Kathy asks the original 3 members of the Undisputed Era, and Cole says he doesn't know where the man who cost him his match last week is. There's no question who the real leader of the Undisputed Era is. All of a sudden, Roderick Strong comes in and says he's thought about what Cole was saying last week, and they are stronger together. He hands him a busted flip-flop and says the Matt Riddle problem is solved, basically saying that he took care of Matt Riddle for him to make up for it. So Cole gives him his R-band back, and then they walk off together. Okay, we then have the return of Keith Lee taking on Cesar Bononi, who, again, I don't know, like what's Cesar Bononi doing anymore these days? Again, like, he was the future star of the year. The only reason why he ever got any attention was because, once again, he defeated Andrade Cien Almas right before Andrade started, getting a more serious push in NXT. He's done nothing since, though, but he basically came out here, and this is Keith Lee's first match. How many weeks he's been dealing with some nagging injuries, and it was also announced that, unfortunately, I predicted Dominik Dijakovic be taking on Velveteen Dream for a North American title at TakeOver 25, which I think was probably going to happen. And then I was hoping, since that was going to happen, maybe the match at TakeOver Toronto would be for a North American title, that rematch I've been asking for since late February between Dijakovic and Lee, that great host fight that literally maybe become not even just a bigger fan of Keith Lee, but maybe become a fan of Dijakovic. Unfortunately, Dijakovic tore his meniscus, and he's going to be out for some time. So once again, that match is on hold even longer. Keith Lee gets injured. Then it's Dijakovic. Ruined my night. But so that happened, and Keith Lee came back, and he basically, for the most part, squashed Cesar Bononi to get a win. That's all she wrote. He had a spirit bomb. We see the footage again of last week of Io Shirai trying to, attack Shayna Baszler at the Performance Center. We see Kathy Kelly outside of Regal's office and says that apparently a match has been made official TakeOver 25 with Baszler and Shirai. Then the Forgotten Sons walk up, angry that they were forgotten again, that tag title match was made between the Street Profits and the Viking Raiders and not them. So they barge into Regal's office to, give them a reason to basically remember them. We then have Kushida have his second match in NXT. He took on Kona Reeves, the finest. Again, I don't care about Kona Reeves. He's not the finest. I don't care about him. Why is he still here? He loses, of course, tapping out to the hoverboard lock, which looks like a similar Kimura lock. But during this match, the interesting thing was 205 Live's Drew Gulak was out watching on stage. Now, I felt that Kushida should have a match at TakeOver 25 for his first TakeOver. I didn't know what he was going to have, so that's why I predicted like an open challenge or something like that. But a match with Drew Gulak? Sure, why not? Again, I've wanted to see Gulak get some more time in NXT for sure. He put on a great match with Matt Riddle a couple months ago, and I think he's done a lot on 205 Live. He's definitely not ready for Raw or SmackDown yet. But in my opinion, put him in NXT. Give him time in NXT and give him an actual feud with someone like Kushida or whatnot, and see where it goes. The character he has, trying to make people wrestle the way he wants to and not how they want to, work very well with Kushida. Although, let me tell you something. I thought this tonight. I mentioned here during a couple, I mentioned, the idea of Sasha and Bayley sell the tag title TakeOver 25 would be a prime pay-per-view to defend them at, since, it's the 25th anniversary of the NXT pay-per-views. If I would say, if they wanted to really make this match with Kushida, special TakeOver 25, he should face either Hideo Itami, if he was still around in WWE, or wouldn't it be something, of course, if he was booked properly, if we had Kushida versus Shinsuke Nakamura at TakeOver 25? Ooh, that would be such a great match. It would be epic. But, Nakamura's not being booked seriously right now on the main roster, and Tommy has, gone his own ways, so we can't see this. So I guess we'll be seeing Kushida and Drew Gulak TakeOver 25. All right, fine me. But then we see Bianca Belair dragging Kathy Kelly, poor Kathy, to Regal's office so she can demand a title shot. But then she runs into Mia Yim, who is, angry because of how Bianca cut corners to beat her recently using her hair on the ropes. She doesn't want to match. Mia doesn't want to match with Baszler yet because she wants to get even with the EST. But Bianca isn't phased. She heads into Regal's office and then just shuts the door on Kathy Kelly's face. So, I mean, there's already been a title match made with Io and Shayna, so I don't know where Bianca goes from here, but we then also see a trainer taped up Matt Riddle's ribs, since it was said earlier tonight Roderick Strong, took care of Matt Riddle to get even for after what he did, costing Adam Cole his match last week. But of course, Johnny's checking on him. He said he's not worried about the bro because he can take care of himself. But he doesn't care that the Undisputed Era is back on the same page. He knows they're gunning for him. And he will be ready, as of course he wants to get his revenge on them and to shut them up for good by facing Adam Cole for the NXT Championship at TakeOver 25. Now, I'm accepting this match because, yes, the match they had at TakeOver New York, to me, felt like Adam Cole was playing the role of Tommaso Ciampa, since Ciampa couldn't wrestle that match. That was supposed to be Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. So Adam Cole had to have that Tommaso Ciampa feel to him. This time it's going to be Johnny Gargano and the actual Adam Cole character himself. Although, the problem I have with that one-on-one is, besides Cole just whining and complaining, I mean, I love Adam Cole. Always will love me some Adam Cole. But since TakeOver New York, how has he really earned himself another title opportunity besides just, whining and complaining? Which is why, okay, if they wanted to put Cole in the match, fine. But since he lost to Matt Riddle last week, like if Cole would have beaten Matt Riddle, it would look a little better. But since Cole didn't beat Riddle, which is why I made a triple threat in my card predictions. I kind of want to see Matt Riddle get added to this match because he beat Adam Cole. And how much higher can he really get if he's beating Adam Cole? But Adam Cole's the one going on the challenge for the NXT Championship. The match with Gargano and Cole can still be good, but just a little nitpick in the storytelling. But, not that everything's perfect, so NXT is not perfect either. But, it's still amazing. But, here and there, some nitpick at. But, just had to get that out there. Robbie, you're not in a live chat, but you were right. The next match was Vanessa Bourne taking on Jessie Elabon without her nerd gimmick. She was in the Mae Young Classic. I was pretty impressed with her. Hopefully, she, gets somewhere in NXT if she is sticking around. But basically, it was there just to put over Vanessa Bourne because her and Aaliyah are being, treated as this more serious women's alliance in the NXT division. And they're trying to TBTs as a tag team. Fine with me. Let me tell you something, though, Robbie. You said in my UK stream that Vanessa looked pretty hot. I mean, Aaliyah looked pretty hot tonight, and you were right. Damn, the black hair, the black outfit, it was all there. I've always known Aaliyah was pretty attractive, but damn, was she even striking it hotter tonight. 2 thumbs up for Aaliyah tonight for sure. But of course, Vanessa wins and she defeats Jessie. We have the Street Profits and the Viking Raiders have a match, with, the Street Profits coming out swinging for the fences, wanting to just take out the Viking Raiders. But during the match, the Forgotten Sons came out and they interfered in the match, caused a disqualification. And then, of course, eventually, Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch come out as well to join there. And it's just chaos with all 5 of these tag teams. 4 of these tag teams brawling. The Street Profits, though, eventually did get back in, and they take out Eric with the elevated blockbuster, but the DQ is already called by the referee. So they kind of made it seem like, oh, we pinned these guys, and they walk out. After they walk out, though, the Viking Raiders, someone's calling them War Raiders, but the Viking Raiders were pissed. They take out Danny Burch and Oney Lorcan before taking out Steve Cutler as well. But afterwards, they get back in the ring. They take their tag titles. They just lay them down, and they bow. Pretty much signaling that this was their swan song, saying farewell to NXT. Go to the main roster under a new persona of the Viking Raiders, not the War Raiders anymore. But I guess, there's going to be like a multi-man tag team match against at least the Forgotten Sons, Lorcan and Burch, and the Street Profits. I don't know if we'll get like Undisputed Era or someone else thrown in there or something like that. Not sure where it's going to be, but apparently we have no NXT tag team champions now. War Raiders left undefeated. Nobody could beat them. You can look good. Of course, they have undefeated on the main roster so far. So, obviously, the next destiny is to become Raw Tag Team Champions and most likely be the ones to dethrone Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins. There's been no match made official for Money in the Bank, so it's either going to be, who knows what's going to be, because, again, the summer schedule is going to be very odd for sure. But that's how we went off the air for NXT, guys. Again, I'm sorry this is a late night review, kind of be a bland, but just want to get it out there because it's like 20 after 3 in the morning. I'm tired. Again, the Coke's finally settling down, but I give this show a B. B for NXT tonight. What are your thoughts on NXT for this week? Leave thoughts down in the comment section below. And make sure as always to slap a like on my video, subscribe to my channel, and follow me on Twitter as well at Demand Everybody 3. Of that, guys, I will see you all later. Of course, also check out my WrestleMania Experience documentary as well. And with that, guys, I will see you all later. Till then, guys, have a great rest of your night, and peace out, everybody.